and it's Wednesday, the 8th of January 2020, and it's around 2:30 in the afternoon in Singapore. And this is the daily analysis for spot gold and dollar yen. And as highlighted over the weekend on Sunday for the weekly analysis, due to the geopolitical tensions, gold has shot up, and over the weekend there was a gap of over 90 pips that pushed up to the weekly R2 pivot and pull back to retest the breakout of the previous swing high in August, late August last year, and found the support and continued higher. And of course, this morning there was developing news on Iran's response with firing of over a dozen missiles into an airbase, US airbase in Iraq, and that pushed the gold through the 1600 level and to hit the weekly R3 at 1609. Made a high of the day at 1611.39. It has since pulled back somewhat. So let's take a look on the 4-hour time frame, and before that, let's go change the fib level so that we can get an extension instead of the retracement. So from the previous swing low and the breakout of the triangle, that was in June of last year, June of last year, and through the swing high that was formed at the early part of September, 4th of September last year, and that was the breakout at the 1557 area. This week's pivot, weekly pivot, is at 1538.67, and now price has already spiked through the weekly R3 and pulling back. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. And, so due to the volatility, do be careful with these sudden moves, and you'll never know when it's going to spike up. So the way to trade this is I will look for opportunities to take the retracement, because there is a significant amount of pips to be made even with a retracement. So which is what I took at the early part of the week, and at the start of the week after the gap up, we traced back into the support, resistance, turn support. Let's change this to a support level now, support zone, and then it spiked up again. So unless you've already held a position from let's say 1500 level, you can hold, but otherwise if you are not, if you're just day trading and you're looking for opportunities to get in, if you can't take the long position, then there will be opportunities for retracement. It's like this retracement of over 200 pips after spiking the weekly R3 pivot. So there's definitely a flight to safe havens with the spot gold and Japanese yen, which we'll cover after this. Right, so after the pullback, now it's going to consolidate within this area with some support from the weekly R2 and to the 1600 level. So this range is already almost 200 pips. So if you go down to the 1 hour time frame, that was the initial pullback or retracement. Right, so there will be some opportunities. Right, let's go back to the daily time frame. So unfortunately, tensions have escalated, and hopefully Iran has stated that their response has concluded, and it's reflective of the impact of the assassination of their general. And so far there's no casualties on the American side, so hopefully the situation will settle and settle down a bit, and no further retaliation at this time. So then there's opportunity for the markets to cool off and take a breather and look for opportunities to retrace and consolidate. All right, but if we look at the extension move, the next potential target after this is the 1624, which is the 138 pip extension level. If we take a reversal move, you can see that the 138 extension is already there right at the 1600 level at 1599.63. So if it does extend further, that next level is going to be at 1625 area, right where the 162 pip extension level is. So that's the next opportunity if there's another bullish move. All right. So let's lighten these areas now. This has already okay, we'll leave it for now. All right, let's switch over to dollar yen. And likewise, dollar yen has spiked through to the 62 pip extension or retracement level to the 107.70 area, and has made a significant recovery and bounce back up to almost the open of the day. So it did recover somewhat already on at the start of the week after the fall of last week, and it climbed up to retest this rising trend line that it fell from, retested it, and fell further for recovering now. So let's take a look at the 4 hour time frame. Right. So it's managed to recover, and market seems to be quite resilient, and looks like it's going to consolidate. The weekly pivot for this week is at 108.48. So it's trying to climb up to that area where the 38 pip retracement level is as well. Alright, so this zone between the 108 and the 108.50 area is this consolidation zone. And its US news was positive on for last night with better than expected ISM non-manufacturing PMI. So tonight we'll get a read on the ADP, private sector employment change, preview of the US non-farm payroll coming on Friday. So we'll see what the impact of that is going to be. But however, main event is still the geopolitical tensions. And now that the trade talks has been moved aside and targeting the 15th of January for the signature, for the signing for phase 1 deal. Alright, so do trade with caution and look out for opportunities for retracement, but it's going to be a fast move to retrace as well. This was a quick 60-70 pips retracement for the dollar yen. Alright, do check out my other video on the euro, cable, and the Aussie dollar as well, and we'll follow up again this coming weekend for next week's analysis. Alright, have a good trading week and cheers.